gunship at one time. Out here, we have about 273 C-130s in storage out. Farm is here to the right. These bigger engines are shrink wrap. Basically, they're turbofan engines from the C5A Galaxy. When they're small enough, the small jet turbo engines, they put them in these what we call engine cans right here. Those J79s that used to power the F4 Phantom and many other aircraft. They put the engine in that can and seal it up, suck the air out, and fill it with argon or nitrogen to preserve it. They're not 30 as Idaho on the tail. That counts for those. Some more F-16s on the right. Again, the pilots call these Vipers. All these aircraft over here are in the queue to become full. They're Learjets, Lear-35s. They call them C-21s in the Air Force. Now the rockets you see here on the right, the twin behind this last C-135 here on the right, you can see another B-57 Canberra. This is actually a WB-57. Here you see some T-38s painted in the traditional colors for student pilot training. These are some more F-4 Phantoms. These are basically RF-4C Phantoms, reconnaissance versions of those. They stretch them. Some more B-1B Lancers over here. DY on the tail means these came from Dyess Air Force Base in Texas. Those white tanks right there, those are extended range fuel tanks they put in the Bombay when they're ferrying 18 Hornet in the air show since 1986. See another A3D out there, all of these, but you see a city or a town or a state. Whenever you see that, that means it's flown by the Air Guard. Or you notice the helicopters they're stored without the rotors on them. They do that for two reasons. Number one, it's easier to seal up the engine compartments. The B-52's off the distance over there. These are B-52G models. These have all been destroyed in accordance with the START nuclear defense treaties. When they see close aboard right here, you can see the radome behind some of the 1,000 parts requests a year out here, and it saves or makes, or however way you look at it, the government about the $250 million. Problem with birds, they got to keep the birds off these aircraft. Bird doo-doo is very corrosive to aluminum. It's one aircraft. They also have problems out here working on these airplanes, you well imagine, with Gila monsters, rattlesnakes, killer bees, sometimes cargo aircraft. The Western 1/3, that's this end, is where they do the spray landing of the aircraft. Here's some C-130 wings out here. Somebody wanted some wing supports. Out to the right, you see, well, the Air Force uses these for air-to-air refueling, and the Air Force method is a flying boom out refueling. You can see the boom behind the tail of that aircraft. A boom operator lays on his belly looking out a window. In position behind that, the boom operator flies that boom into position inside of America. That's a rivet joint airplane. Came from Wright-Patterson, Ohio. There's about 17 of those flying, and they highly modify them. The Athena rocket and the stage 2 of the Titan. We call it Titan 3. I think I told you it's really from the Titan 2 once they came off alert. The salvage port.